Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos, but I also do others like this planning video that you're about to see here. I wanted to come on here and do a video and talk to you guys about the printable giveaway that I did recently. I did some budget printables and let me see if I can grab those. As usual, I am completely unprepared. And this is a calendar that I made, or a planner rather, but I also made these. Okay. Let me flip back. Okay. So I made these monthly budget packets. Let's see if I can raise up just a bit so you can see a little bit better. So I made these monthly budget packets, and this is like each cover sheet, and then you have a month on 2 pages, as you can see here. And then you get into monthly budget, paycheck budget, and I have quite a few forms for paycheck budgets. And then you get into sinking funds, layout, monthly goals for budget, health, home, and work. And then lastly, this is just a notes section. And these were super popular. So I wanted to just say thank you to everybody who showed interest in them. I did put them up for nearly 7 days. I think it was just 6 days about that I had them available for free download, and I know a lot of you took advantage of it. And then at one point I just had to cut it off because I did say I was going to end it on Friday, and I ended up ending it on Saturday. But I was really happy with the way that they were received. So this is like a cover for one. I have all these listed on my Etsy, was my point of that. I wanted to let you know that they are not gone, and they are listed on my Etsy currently. And so if you're interested, you can get some budget sheets, but you can also get a planner, and I'll show you an example. This happy planner cover obviously is not my doing. This is just one of the, the covers that you get when you buy a happy planner. But this is my planner. I designed this, and I'm still calling it Home and Work Edit because I designed this with somebody like myself in mind who has like a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and also who has, a household to run. And I think a lot of us are in that same position. Everybody's got their household duties, chores, tasks, to-do lists, all that kind of stuff. And whether you work inside the home, outside the home, or whatever your situation is, there's still usually 2 components going on. I think we're all kind of divided on our personal obligations, family obligations versus work obligations, whether you're, like I said, somebody who works at home, somebody who works outside of the home. If you're a caretaker for somebody, kids, older relatives, whatever the case may be, I think we all have kind of a divided sense of responsibility. And so having that in mind, I created this. This is actually a classic size. So I just reduced my printing scale to 84%. So if you are interested, you can definitely find these. It's for an entire year. So this goes the entire duration of 2022. And it's similar to a happy planner in my mind, but it's laid out just differently for the reasons that I was describing. So if you go into, say for instance, this page here, we'll just take, and then some of them have a note section, some don't. I just wanted them to be able to print, this on 2 pages. So if it was kind of like an odd month with an odd number of weeks, you got this extra note sheet, which is nice. I mean, it's handy, but I wanted these to make sure these printed like facing forward to each other. But if you look at, say for instance, this week in January, you can see that I have a week on 1 page. And what I like about that is I like having my whole week laid out in front of me. And so this starts on Monday, goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday are right next to each other. And that's kind of what I was getting back to as somebody who has like different obligations and different sets of responsibilities depending on what day it is or even what hour of the day it is. So being that I'm in the office during the day, Monday through Friday, my evenings are quite busy if, you know, in regards to getting things done around the house. But what's really at a premium is my weekend time. So what I did was I gave Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday the same space allotment, a little bit extra on Thursday and Friday, because sometimes I find toward the end of the week, you know, I have like a little bit more energy maybe to do things on Thursday evening, definitely Friday evening, because I know the work week is over and my little 2-day break is coming. And so I'm not quite as unmotivated as I might be to get things done, whether it's errands, chores, you know, house cleaning, things like that, whatever the case may be. I'm not quite as unmotivated as I am on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Those days, I really don't like to do things around the house. I really don't like to do my cleaning. I don't like to do things that, I don't know, it's psychological for sure, because I know that, you know, I have the whole week to get through at work. And I know that's probably not the healthiest mindset to have, is to start your week dreading the entire week. But when you work in an office or you work a job, you know, for so long, it kind of gets that way sometimes. And so I definitely wanted to give the priority of my time toward the end of the week, with the majority of the time being allotted for Saturday and Sunday, because this is when I do most of my stuff. If I have to go to the post office, it's usually on a Saturday. If I have to go to the bank, it's usually like Thursday evening, Friday evening, something like that. Once in a while on a Saturday. I save my cleaning for the weekend for the most part, unless there's something that really needs to be addressed. Saturday and Sunday are my cleaning days, mostly Saturday. I might even do a little bit of cleaning Friday night, you know, if I can just like knock out a couple bathrooms. Well, we have a bath and a half. I mean, I act like we have 10 bathrooms, but if I can, you know, do the bathrooms Friday night, like I don't mind doing that. If we have no plans, I'm totally fine with that. Then that way I don't have to do it on Saturday. And so my husband and I definitely divide our chores. Like he'll do laundry, he does ironing. I mean, he's amazing. But you know, when it comes to, you know, just cleaning the rooms and stuff like that, I usually have kind of a plan on my head of what I need to do. Grocery shopping I do on the weekends. Meal planning I do on the weekends. When I do meal planning, I really try to stick to that, but sometimes, I mean, I slip up. And, you know, most recently was one of the most challenging times for me this year, because I was sick and just overall I just wasn't feeling that great. You know, I've had some severe stomach issues and stuff like that. So you know, as a side note, I'm getting an endoscopy on Wednesday, so please say a prayer for me. They do put you to they give you sedation. They don't, it sounds funny when you say they put you to sleep, but they give you sedation for it. So I'm really hoping that they can figure out what's going on with my horrible stomach pain and all that. It's been awful. But anyways, so that's kind of why I set this up the way that I did. So I literally drew these squares, and you know, with my schedule and the way I do things in mind, which I explained before, because I printed out another one of these in my big happy planner, and it had a watercolor cover to it. But I thought floral's fun too, especially for summer. You know, we're getting into the summer months. And so these are there if you want to print them out. Obviously, my watercolor version is there too. There's a lot of printables, but I wanted to show you this one too. This one talks about goals. And this is really hard to see because the boxes are very faint here in the corner, but that could have just been my printer. But what I did was, in fact, I'm going to make this one for May 2022, since we are, you know, so far into April. But what I did is I created this monthly goal schematic, and it kind of matches the planner, but it's really not exact. If you look at it carefully, it's really not. But it does kind of match. But I created this monthly goals planner with some prompts that I thought might be fun or helpful, you know, during the course of a month. And I also created one of these that's blank, so you can actually put in your own goals or your habit tracking, whatever, you know, the case may be. But some of these include budget oriented goals and tasks. Some of them include like personal. So like this would be a 30-day no spend. I'll probably never be able to check that off just because that's not me. But 20 days of dinner at home, you know, that is probably more doable, you know, just eating out on the weekends, or, you know, maybe you have more than 20 days of dinner at home. But I still think that that's a pretty good thing to be able to say that you did. Paid all your bills on time, moving 20 minutes a day, creating or updating a skincare routine, purge summer clothing, purge winter clothing, organizing your photos, polishing your resume, read every day, create or update your household budget, try 2 new recipes during the month. So this is all during the month. So if you completed this at all, you have 30 or 31 days to do it, depending on what month you start this on. Sign up to be a volunteer, update your personal address list, send birthday cards to anyone on your list this month, change up your coffee order, reconnect with a friend, journal every day, give yourself a manicure and or pedicure, reduce screen time, clean out your car, purge mismatched plastic containers. We all know we have that one cupboard or pantry that has, you know, the, maybe not Tupperware any longer, but like the Rubbermaid or the Ziploc containers. And, you know, I don't know, at least at our house, they constantly get separated and we have more lids, or it just gets crazy. Purge socks, underwear, purses, etc. So basically like accessories and like personal stuff. Turn your phone off, and this could be at a certain time every day or for an entire Saturday or whatever the case may be. Learn to use a power tool. Pray, reflect, meditate, visit your local library, get a card if you don't have one, clean all the baseboards in your home. That's always like a really tough one for me. Try a new restaurant and try a new face mask treatment. So these are just ones that I came up with that I thought I might be interested in doing over the course of a month. And like I said, there is a little square here, but it's just very faint. But there's also this blank schematic. So I have quite a few printables on my Etsy right now. And I also have instructions. If this was designed as a letter size, like 8.5 by 11, but if you wanted to print out this planner in its entirety, I think it's like 41 pages or something like that, 40 pages, I can't remember, but it would be front and back. So they're all set, the files that you would download are set up to be printed front and back. But if you wanted to print Happy Planner classic size, like this one, the smaller one, instead of the big, you would just scale down your printing output to 84%, which I do have in the notes of most of the printables. But anyways, I just wanted to share this with you. I thought that this was a fun project for me, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. However, the planners that I work on moving forward are going to start traditionally like they do with other companies. Probably going to start in July, maybe with a bonus month of June. I think that would be nice. But I'm also going to be working very heavily on budget-based printables and budget planners, whether they're a month at a time or a year at a time. And I would appreciate your feedback too, if you have any advice for me, or if you have something, you know, that I could work on, suggestions, wish list, things like that. I would definitely be open to your feedback, because you guys are all like-minded. You're here for the same reason as me. We're interested in fine-tuning our budgets and saving money and getting ahead financially, but also with personal goals. And that's why I started this channel as OhMyGoals, because I really had in my head that I didn't want this just to be about budget. I wanted it to be about achieving goals. And that could include obviously budget, but it could also include goals that you're setting for yourself personally, physically, health-wise. It could be any number of things. So that's what my, I guess, inspiration was when I created this channel and I created the name for it. So I want to get back into the planning, especially very heavily in May. And I want to get back into the scheduling like a boss, because that keeps me very much on track. I'm still doing that off camera, but I want to create my own now. And it's cumbersome. It takes time to create these. So it's definitely been eating up a lot of my free time, but that's a good thing too. I think it's a nice creative outlet for me, and it keeps me busy, and I don't know, I love it. So anyway, You could even print this. I want to show you this really, really quickly. You could print this in grayscale. I did a test page, and this is obviously formatted for the Happy Planner Classic. It's just not cut down to size. If you're interested, you can always Google Happy Planner Classic page size, but it's 7 by 9 1/4. But anyways, I printed this out just as a test page in grayscale. I love it. I love it in grayscale. So if you don't have a color printer at home, and I mean, you could always get it printed somewhere else, like your local FedEx office or something like that. I know our FedEx does all kinds of things, including binding and printing and all kinds of creative projects they offer there. But if you have just a black and white printer at home, I think this printed out great in grayscale. So I don't know, but I'm a neutral girl. I love neutral colors. This is a little bit bold for me, but my other planners are more of a neutral, I guess, color scheme. But yeah, so I just wanted to share these with you, show you what it looks like, show you what it's all about. These are great to also hole punch. So if you're not a Happy Planner user, you could definitely print this out, you know, full scale, full page. I'll show you what a full page looks like. This is what it looks like on an 8.5 by 11 full. Of course, it doesn't have bleeds or anything like that because my printer wouldn't recognize that anyway, but it definitely does take up an entire 8.5 by 11. It is A4 letter size, but these are great printed also, or I'm sorry, hole punch, like just for a 3-hole punch in a binder. And if you are looking for some cute binder inspiration, definitely check out Target if you have one near you, or check out their website for their sugar paper binders. They come in, I think, white, pink, and black, and they are so cute. Like, they're so motivating. In fact, I think I might pick one up just to have one, just to keep some of my printables in, because I'm a fan of 3-hole punching too. I don't necessarily think that everything has to be on a disc system, and that's the beauty of printing out your own planners and your own budgeting printables and budgeting workbooks and worksheets, is that you can hole punch them to fit whatever style planner that you prefer. But anyways, that is my video for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, please say a prayer for me. Wish me luck on Wednesday. I'll keep you guys updated what they said, if they find anything. But I will try and come back tomorrow to show you guys a couple more just worksheet, some single budget worksheets, things like that, but I'm still working on them. And like I said, if you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you stuck around and did so, but it's also to your benefit if you are looking for sporadic freebies, because I'm definitely going to be just doing like little pop-up freebies here and there. So it may be a new set of budget printables or some kind of calendaring system, and it may be available just for a day or so. And I'm not always going to announce it in my video description or in the title of the video. I just truly want these to be here for people who are constantly checking back in, constantly watching, and you know, it's just my like way of giving back. So a lot of my things are going to be up for free for limited times, but also they're all going to be able to be found on Etsy. And I'm also considering doing a subscription where if you want to sign up for it, you know, maybe you'll get a couple extra videos, but you'll also get access to maybe 10 to 15 additional new printables every month. So I think that might be a really economical way to offer those as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. As always, I hope you guys are doing well. And of course, I hope I see you in my next video. Take care.